Hello students, welcome to the class. From today onwards, we are going to start a new series, and the series will be mainly focus on solving more and more questions on solid state chemistry. Although the name is at 100 questions, but I promise that I will try to cover more questions than this so that your concepts get clear and also your doubts get clear and you get more and more questions for practice. Okay, so let's start. So here the first question. So it says that a metal crystallizes with body centered cubic lattice. So here the first clue is that it is BCC cubic lattice. BCC lattice, and the edge length of the unit cell is 304 picometer. So A is equal to 304 picometer. This is given. Now we have to calculate the diameter of the metal atom. So what is the diameter of the metal atom? Now you see in book we haven't uh, encountered any equation where A is related to B, right? We get relation from A and R, and R is related to D. So A is also related to D, right? So here we will first determine R, then from R we will calculate the value of D. Now for um, simple crystal, the relation between R and A, for simple crystal, R is equal to twice A. For FCC, R is equal to 1 by 2 root 2 A. So these all equations you will get in book, and I have also made videos how to derive these equations. If you can remember it, then it is good, but if you can't remember these equations, but I suggest you to remember these equations so that you can directly put them, directly use them in equations to save time. But even if you can't remember them, just remember how to derive it. Okay, so for BCC, R is equal to root 3 by 4A. So the relation for BCC, R is equal to root 3 by 4 into A. So in this equation, since the cubic lattice is BCC, we are going to use this equation. And also R is equal to D by 2, right? It means D is equal to twice R. Now first we will calculate the value of R from the given value of A, then we will calculate the value of D. Okay? So solution. Here we will see what is given. Given the unit cell is BCC, and also edge length, which is denoted by A, is equal to 304 picometer. For BCC, R is equal to root 3 by 4A, is which is equal to root 3 by 4. In this case, A is equal to 304 picometer. Okay. Therefore, B is equal to twice R, which is equal to 2 into root 3 by 4 into 304 picometer. If you solve this equation, if you multiply these values, then you will get 263 picometer. So the answer is here B, right? So the answer would be B. So moving to the next question. So here it is given that a given metal crystallizes out with a cubic structure having edge length of 361 picometer. So it here given that edge length A is equal to 361 picometer. Okay. If there are 4 metal atoms in one unit cell, what is the radius of one atom? Now you see, in the question it is not given the type of the unit cell. Okay, directly it is not mentioned whether it is simple crystal or it is FCC or it is BCC. But the hint is that the unit cell, it contains 4 metal atoms. Now you see, for simple crystal, number of atoms per unit cell. So here this would be the type of unit cell. So for simple crystal, number of units per unit, a number of atoms per unit cell is 1. For BCC, it is 2, right? And for FCC, it is 4. So in the question, it is given that if there are 4 metal atoms per unit cell. So here we have 4 metal atoms per unit cell. It means the structure is FCC. Since now we will write since there are 4 metal atoms per unit cell, therefore it is a FCC unit cell. Okay. So what is the radius of one atom? So we have to calculate R. So for FCC, you see for FCC, what is the relation between R and A? We have already written it, right? So now this time for FCC unit cell, for FCC, R is equal to 1 by 2 root 2 A. Now we have the value of A, therefore it is 1 by 2 root 2 into 361 picometer. So calculating this value, we will get it 127 picometer. So what is the answer? So correct answer would be D. Okay. Next, moving to the next problem. So it is saying that, so let me write first the solution. So the edge length of a face-centered cubic cell. So it is mentioned that the unit cell is FCC. So so edge length of a FCC lattice, the edge length is 508 picometer. If the radius of the cation is 110 picometer, the radius of the anion is what? So this is a tricky question because for FCC, here given edge length A is equal to 110 picometer and it is given that R plus, it means radius of the cation, is equal to 110 picometer. Therefore, we have to calculate the radius of the anion. And also it is given that the structure is FCC. So you see, usually anions, they are bigger in size than cations, right? So they form the close packing structure. Here anion will form these close packing FCC structures and the cations occupy the voids. Okay. Now you see, cations may occupy octahedral void also, but tetrahedral void also. If you know that tetrahedral voids are along body diagonal, and octahedral voids, they are at edge centers. So anions, they form this close packing structure, FCC structure, and the cations and the cations, they occupy the voids. Since in the question it is not mentioned whether they occupy octahedral void or tetrahedral void, we will consider that we will see whether they can occupy octahedral void or whether they can occupy tetrahedral void. So see, octahedral voids are situated at the edge center. Edge center means if this is the cube, then they are situated here. And tetrahedral voids, they situated along the body diagonal. So to solve the problem from these given conditions, the only possibility that if these voids or if these cations occupy this octahedral void, then only we can solve this problem. Otherwise, we will require, since tetrahedral, if they occupy the tetrahedral void, then it's very difficult to solve this problem. We do not have that data. So from this data, we will consider that these they occupy the tetrahedral voids. That is, they are at the edge centers. It means one edge here, anion. At the edge center we have the cation, then at another end of the edge we have another anion. So edge A is equal to twice R negative plus twice R positive. So this is the trick, or this is what we need to solve the problem. A is equal to twice R negative plus twice R positive. Therefore, A is equal to twice R negative plus twice R positive, which is equal to, again we need a value of R minus, so A minus twice, which implies A minus twice R plus is equal to twice R negative. Therefore, R minus is equal to 2 by A was 1, sorry, edge length was 508 picometer. Okay, so this was a mistake, 508 picometer. So we have here 508 picometer minus twice R positive, it means 220 picometer, and finally we have 8, then we have 8 again, then we have 2 by 2, which is equal to 144 picometer. So answer is B. So here we will consider, so I'm explaining it once again. So here the question is very simple. It is mentioning that the edge length of the unit cell is 508 and it is a FCC structure. So we know that and the anions, they are bigger in size and they occupy or they form the close packing structure. So they are forming the FCC structure. So they will occupy the corners as well as the face centers. And the voids will be occupied by the cations. The cations, there are two types of voids. Either they can occupy this octahedral void or they can occupy this tetrahedral void. But from this given data, we cannot determine or we cannot solve the problem if these voids or if the cations occupy tetrahedral void. So we are neglecting this. But if they are occupying this octahedral void, then we can solve this problem because if they occupy octahedral void, it means that they are present at the edge center, and from this we know that edge length is equal to twice R negative plus twice R positive, and from this we can calculate the value of R negative. So the problem is very simple. Only the thing where you can get confused is that whether they will occupy octahedral void or tetrahedral void, because tetrahedral voids, they are present at the body diagonal, and only in case of BCC structure, the atoms along the body diagonal touch each other, not in other cases. Therefore, in this case, since they are along the body diagonal, we are not going to consider that part. Okay. We'll consider simply that they occupy the octahedral voids. Okay. Then we will move to the next problem. In a compound, the next problem is, in a compound, atoms of an element Y form CCP lattice. So it is saying that Y forms CCP lattice. CCP is equal to what? FCC. CCP and FCC both are same. And those of element X occupy two-thirds of the tetrahedral void. So X occupies two-thirds of two-thirds of tetrahedral voids. So what will be the formula of the compound? Simple. Since Y forms the CCP structure, therefore number of Y atom will be number of Y atom is equal to, in the unit cell, is equal to 4, right? And therefore number of tetrahedral void is equal to, if we consider number of atom as n, then number of tetrahedral void is twice n. Therefore here it will be 8 in this case. In FCC, number of tetrahedral void is 8. Therefore number of X atoms is equal to two-thirds of 8, which is equal to 16 by 3, right? Therefore X is to Y is equal to what? We have X 16 by 3 is to 4. So it will be like 4 by 1. 4 by 3 into 1. Therefore, the formula will be what? X4 Y 3. Or we can say 4 is to 3 here. So formula will be X4 Y 3. Okay. Moving to the next question. In a cubic lattice of XYZ, X atoms are present at all the corners except one corner, which is occupied by Y atom. So here it is saying that X occupy the corner position. So X corner, but one atom is missing. So total X 8 corner minus one corner is missing. So total X is present on 7 corners, and Y atom, it is present on 1 corner, and Z atom are at the face centers. So Z at the face centers. Now number of X atom would be is equal to number of corners occupied by it 7, and contribution by one corner is 1 by 8. Therefore number of X atom would be 7 by 8. Similarly, number of Y atoms, one corner occupied by Y atom into contribution from one corner, which is 1 by 8 again, and it would be 1 by 8. Then for Z, number of Z atoms is equal to, there are total 6 faces. There are total 6 faces, right? So 6 face occupied by Z atom, and contribution from this face center atom to the unit cell is half. Therefore, number of Z atom is 3. Therefore, the ratio X is to Y is to Z is equal to 7 by 8 is to 1 by 8 is to 3. So, we will have 7 is to 1 is to 24. So, the formula would be X7YZ24. So this is the formula. Now we will move to the next question. So this question says in a crystalline solid, anions Y are arranged in CCP arrangement. So here it is saying that Y occupies CCP or Y it is arranged as FCC lattice or CCP lattice. Then cations X are equally distributed between tetrahedral and octahedral voids. If all the octahedral voids are occupied, what is the formula of the solid? So here it is saying that X it occupies both octahedral and tetrahedral void. And it is also saying that both X atoms are equally distributed. It means if twice an X atom is present, then or twice n X atoms are present, then octahedral void, in octahedral void we will have n X atom, and in tetrahedral void we will have n X atom. And it is also saying that all the octahedral voids are occupied. So all the octahedral voids are occupied. So here the structure is CCP. It means that number of Y atoms per unit cell is 4, right? For FCC, number of atoms per unit cell is 4. So it will be 4. Let me write it again. The number of Y atoms per unit cell is 4 because Y forms FCC structure, and therefore number of octahedral void is also 4. So if P is the number of atoms per unit cell, then we have P number of octahedral void and twice P number of tetrahedral void. Octahedral void is equal to the number of atoms present per unit cell, and tetrahedral void is equal to twice the number of atoms per unit cell. So here all the octahedral void occupied. It means number of octahedral void is 4, and number of X atoms in octahedral void is also equal to 4. So if 4 atoms are present in octahedral void, then we already know that if n atoms are present in octahedral void, then n atoms in this case also present in tetrahedral voids. Therefore, number of X atoms in tetrahedral voids is equal to, in this case, 4, because cation X are equally distributed between tetrahedral and octahedral void. So if n is the number of atoms present in octahedral void, then n is the number of atoms present in tetrahedral void. So then total number of X atom is, so total number of X atom is equal to 8. Therefore X is to Y is equal to 1. We have 8X, then we have 4 is equal to 2 is to 1. Therefore, the formula is X2Y. The formula would be X2Y. Now moving to this problem. Here, in a metallic oxide, oxides are arranged in CCP structure. So here, oxides are arranged in CCP structure. 1/6 of the tetrahedral voids are occupied by cation P. So P occupies 1/6 of tetrahedral void and Q occupies 1/3 of the octahedral voids. So now we have to deduce the formula of the compound. So since oxides occupied the CCP, therefore number of O atoms is equal to, in case of CCP, that is FCC, we have 4, right? So 4. Therefore, if number of atoms per unit cell is 4, then number of tetrahedral void is 8, twice n, right? And number of octahedral void is 4. And since P occupies 1/6, therefore number of P atoms, so number of P atoms is equal to 1/6 into 8, which is equal to 4/3. And Q occupies 1/3 of tetrahedral void, so number of Q is equal to 1/3 into 4, which is again equal to 4/3. Therefore, P is to Q is to O, which is equal to 4/3 is to 4/3 is to 4, which is equal to 1 is to 1 is to 3. Therefore, the formula is PQO3. So, this is the formula of the metallic oxide. Now, we will move to the next problem. So, in corundum, it means aluminum oxide. Oxide ions are arranged in HCP arrangement. So it is saying that oxide ions, they are occupying HCP arrangement. Oxides, they are in HCP arrangement, and aluminium ions occupy 2/3 of octahedral voids. What is the formula of this compound? So in HCP, we know number of atoms per unit cell is equal to how much? 6 for HCP. Therefore, number of oxygen present in the cell is equal to 6. So, if n is the number of atom per unit cell, then number of octahedral void is also n is equal to 6. And therefore, number of aluminium is equal to, they occupy 2/3 of this octahedral void, which is equal to 4. Therefore, Al is to O is equal to 4 is to 6, which is equal to 2 is to 3. Therefore, the formula will be Al2O3. So, this is the formula. Now, how this HCP has 6 atoms per unit cell. So, the structure of HCP is that we have two hexagonal face like this. They all are connected. They are two hexagonal face. They are connected. So this is the hexagon. So they have two hexagonal face, and it means the corner atoms, they are shared with six other unit cell. So total we have 12 corners, right? So we have 12 corners, and each corner atom is shared by total 6 unit cells. So contribution is 1 by 6 to 1 unit cell. So from corner atom, contribution would be 2. Then again we have face center. At the two faces we have two face centered atoms. So for face centered atoms, they contribute, so two atoms from the face centered, and they contribute half, so is equal to 1. And then here in the body center, they have three atoms which they are not sharing with anyone. So from this, contribution would be 3, and total 2 from corner, 1 from face center, and 3 from the body center. We will have total 6. Okay. So where from the 6 is obtained? So in the hexagonal we have so we have two hexagonal faces, and we have 12 corners, and each corner atom is shared by total 6 unit cells, 6 nearby unit cells. So it will contribute. So one corner will contribute 1 by 6 to 1 unit cell. And we have how many so we have 12 corners, contribution from each corner 1 by 6, which is equal to 2. This is for corner. And for body center, they have 3 atoms inside the body center. So for body center, since these 3 atoms are not shared with any other unit cell, so their contribution will be 3, and they have 2 face-centered atoms. So since they are face-centered atoms, so contribution to 1 unit cell is equal to half, and their number is 2, so it is 1. So 2 plus 3 plus 1 is equal to 6. So for HCP, hexagonal close packing, we will have 6 atoms per unit cell. Okay. Now we will move to the next problem. So it is saying that sodium crystallizes in BCC unit cell. Calculate the approximate number of unit cells in 9.2 gram of sodium atom. So the solution, so it is saying that sodium crystallizes as BCC structure, and we have to calculate number of sodium atoms, or sorry, number of unit cells present in 9.2 gram of sodium. So number of moles present in 9.2 gram of sodium is equal to 9.2 gram by its atomic mass. So sodium is 23 U, right? So it would be 23 gram per mole. So what is the number of mole? 0.4. So we have to calculate the number of unit cell present in 0.4 mole of sodium. Now, since sodium occupies BCC structure, so number of sodium atom in one unit cell, since it is BCC, would be 2. It means therefore 2 atoms of sodium is equivalent to 1 unit cell. Therefore 1 atom of sodium is equivalent to how much? half unit cell. So I am using the unitary method, the basic method. Therefore, now we will consider 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 sodium atoms is equal to or is equivalent to half into 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 unit cells. Unit cells. Now this means 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 atoms are found in 1 mole of sodium, which is equal to, it means 1 mole of sodium 1 mole of sodium metal. So it means 1 mole of sodium metal. So it will is equal to half into 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 unit cell, because 1 mole of sodium metal contains 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 sodium atoms. Therefore, we have 0.4 mole of sodium metal. So it will be 0.4 into 0.6 22 into 10 to the power 23 unit cell. So if you multiply it, it will be like 2 0.2 and it will give the value of 12044 into 10 to the power 23 and the 1 2 3 4 4 1.2 1.2044 into 10 to the power 23 number of unit cells. So 0.4 mole of sodium metal contains 1.2044 into 10 to the power 23 number of unit cells. So I am using the unitary method, the basic method where you don't need to remember anything. You just do it. You just start it from number of atoms present in one unit cell. So here this number of atoms present in one unit cell is 2. It means when we have 2 atoms, we will have one unit cell. Therefore, 2 atoms of sodium, it means one unit cell. Therefore, 1 atom of sodium is equal to half unit cell. So using unitary method, therefore 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 sodium atom will have this much unit cell, and now 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 sodium atom will present in 1 mole sodium metal. So it means for 0.4 mole it will be like this. You just use the unitary method you have been using from your class 7 or class 8. So apply it and you will get the answer. Okay. Now moving to the next part. So here it is saying that gold, it has atomic radius 0.144 nanometer. So solution would be, so here gold, it contains, its radius is 0.144 nanometer. It crystallizes in FCC unit cell. So it crystallizes as FCC structure. What is the length of the side of the unit cell? It means side of the unit cell means A. So what is the value of A? So in the beginning only we have found that for FCC the relation between R and A is R is equal to 1 by 2 root 2 A. So this would be, so for this formula we will use here, given that R is equal to 0.144 nanometer. Therefore A is equal to how much? It would be 2 root 2 R nanometer. It means 2 into root 2 into 0.144 nanometer. which is equivalent to 0.407 nanometer. So the value will be 0.407 nanometer. So the problem was very simple. You just directly put the value in this formula. You will get the answer. Okay. So this is for today. In the next videos, we will try to solve more problems on this chapter. But if you don't understand anything, you have any doubt from this class, then feel free to ask. Okay. Bye bye.